Senna, you're a Moto2 race winner. How does it feel? Has it given you more drive for the rest of the 2025 championship?
Yeah, it's taken a while to sink in, especially the days following that, with our family being on the other side of the world, you know what I mean? So they want to relive it with you. So rewatched it a couple times and was nonstop on the phone for a while there. So it was amazing. Yeah, it didn't change. Okay. It doesn't change how you feel. Like I want more. You know what I mean? I went to the next weekend and just wanted to do the same again. It's like, okay, that moment will never leave me, but I wanted more. I wanted to do it again straight away. So it's the same now. You know, a couple of races past. You know, still being quiet at the shop and feeling good. So yeah, I want to feel it again. It was definitely the highlight of my life so far.
Has it given you that more drive to have that taste of that top step of the podium again?
Of course. But the drive doesn't go anywhere. Like even prior to the victory, I wasn't any less hungry. You know what I mean? It's not like now that I've got it. Like I lack drive. It's the same. I proved to myself that I can do it, and that was really cool. So yeah, of course, once you do it once, it opens the floodgates mentally for sure to know that you can do it again.
Talk to us about that last lap. Actually, no, let's rewind. Let's go back to Silverstone. Going into that weekend, were you feeling confident? Were you going, yeah, you know what, I could fight for a podium position here?
I was pretty humble going into it because it's super long track. I showed up on Sunday last year, actually got a top 10. It was, at that time of the season, I was pretty good for me. And then so I know it's a super long track, a lot of variables there with low grip and stuff like that. So yeah, like I didn't say that I knew the place back to front. So I definitely I did my work and I was really fast on Friday. Yeah, I was P2 on Friday. I think inside the top 5 in qualifying. Actually, I was pretty angry to be on third row. I remember really wanting to be on the front row. So, yeah, I knew going into the race that I had the pace, and then the wind was just crazy. I knew the gear ratio and the track position was so crucial, and our bike was set up for the days previous that was a tailwind if anything, so yeah, it was super slow on the straight, and then the lap times were just too slow. What our lap times were in practice was up to a second and a half per lap slower in the race, so that made it the group, instead of on paper 3 or 4 guys, was 6. So that made it difficult, but it was a good race, and yeah, the last corner, I got such a good run on Aaron, and like from the helicopter, you can see me peel left to go on the inside, but then when he went on the inside, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I decided to hook right, and then yeah, as soon as I saw it happen, I was like, I just couldn't believe that it actually happened, because okay, like that's probably like half a second to decide that, but it was in slow motion. So yeah.
What was going through your mind when you realized?
Just like I was like, oh no, he's gonna go for it, and good luck stopping. Like I saw how tight we were, and I'm like, if I'm on the inside, I'm definitely not going to do anything with it because I'll be too tight. So I might as well just try and be prepared if they go wide and it happens. So.
And then that feeling of winning, having your dad there, what was that like?
Yeah, great. I couldn't imagine what the box was like or my lounge room back home was like when I crossed the line. I was a bit teary on the in lap, and I'm sure everyone was, but to have our dad there especially was super special.
Let's talk about your season so far. It feels like your step up from your rookie year now, you've made real consistency, real growth this year. How are you looking at this year? I know you've had multiple podiums. Are you happy with the progression that you've made?
Yeah, I'm stoked with the season. It's had its difficulties. I've had my good results, I've had my bad weekends, but I'm constantly learning. It's starting to find some consistency now. I'm feeling really good with the bike along in different styles of tracks. Performance window last year was a little bit narrow. Some track characteristics would suit me better than others, and I would suffer. But now I feel like I'm broader rider over everything. So, and this is bringing the results in the consistency. So no, there's definitely things to improve still. Just to be a proper podium guy every race, the level's so high at the front. So constantly trying to be better, and having Manu say as my teammate is perfect to learn off him. So yeah, I'm really stoked with the progression, but now it's not the new normal because every result that it's a success is great, but you just always want that a little bit more always. So yeah, like I just want to be back on the box as much as I can this year. And I was actually talking to my guys this weekend about like yearly goals. We're 6th in the championship, so to be in that top 5 region in the championship and team world championship for the team would be great.
Thinking back on your first year and then where you are now, has your mindset changed? Are you looking at things differently?
But just naturally, like last year was rookie year, so there was a lot of things to learn. This year, there's less to learn. It's more refining. Now, last year there was big details to improve, and now it's just little things. But a bunch of little things together can be a lot. You know what I mean? So always trying to find things on riding style. I'm definitely less emotional than last year. I would say I'm a more advanced rider to work with in the box. You know what I mean? I know what I want, need, and what I can fix versus what I need from the bike. And this year we're working more efficiently, let's say.
You said currently sitting sixth in the championship. Do you feel like you could be a title contender further on in this season, or is that your then goal for next year?
Yeah, we're a couple of points behind. Never say never. But you would think really more realistically next year would be a world championship attack. Just more naturally. But yeah, we're six. We're a couple of points behind. I would say with a really good end of season, maybe top 3 in the championship, but top 5 is honestly really good results. Yeah, more podiums, more races like Silverstone, you know what I mean? That's what everyone's working for.
Well, what's motivating you then?
Yeah, of course. And then that top 5 would be a really nice one.
Long term, let's look at the big picture here. Is it Moto2 champion and then progress to MotoGP, or is your hunger, is your drive to jump into MotoGP just there?
I want to earn my spot. So if that means winning a Moto2 World Championship and then earning my spot, then go. Or if it's not winning a championship, but I still get my opportunity, I'm going. I'll take it. I'm a firm believer of the train will only come once, and if you only pass once, you need to jump on. So if the results are there and I get an opportunity somewhere, time in the future, sooner rather than later, honestly. I don't want to be in Moto2 for years, so just trying to do my best, and I'm realistic about it. I'm not putting my hand up and being super vocal saying that I'm good enough to go next year. My results are talking, and someone wants to take me and it works out to be the right move, then 100% I'll be taking it with or without being a world champion.
So where you are now then, to get to that next step, what is it? What are those little 1%ers that you need to do to get there?
It's just very, very minor things. And that's what I've learned this year the most is just a couple of little things added together. Some days you feel that you need to make a big step and catch up, or you're falling behind, or you're struggling, and then, it's just a small click. So in Moto2, with everyone being on the same bike, you know what I mean? It's just all too close. It's just too close. It's so hard, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just a couple more things to be consistent. I need to get more out of the bike. I'm hampering myself with qualifying at the moment. So a couple things like the plan during the weekends to focus on qualifying, because I've showed that if I can qualify decent, then I'm there on race day with the pace. But starting so far behind doesn't help you, especially with the tyre life. Like, you've obviously got to push at the beginning of the race to catch up, and then at the end of the race you've burnt more matches than your competitors. So to start further up is definitely what we need to unlock a little bit easier. Qualifying, getting the most out of the bike, and then race days will be easier.
All right, I know we're only round 10 of this year's championship, and Phillip Island feels like it's forever away, but how excited are you to return home and race on Aussie soil again?
Yeah, really excited. Really excited. Same as I was last year. I was buzzing. So yeah, the weather made life difficult last year, but it was definitely entertaining. But Sunday was great. I would say it's up there with the win. Honestly, like what I felt at Phillip Island, I just was freaking out that it was at my home GP. I think the only thing that would top that is obviously winning at home. So that's got to be done. Everyone's done that. Like Jack's famous win, Casey always won there. So yeah, it'd definitely be cool to win at home.
Do you reckon you're having a little special edition helmet or boots or gloves, something this year?
Yeah, there's something already coming.
Something in the pipeline?
Yeah, it's in the pipeline already. I was talking to some of the boys last week about that one. So yeah, there's something cool coming. It's unique. I've never seen it done before. So I'm quite excited to share it with everyone later in the year.
Amazing. Well, Senna, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us at Fox Sports. We wish you all the best for the rest of the season. I can't wait to see you at Phillip Island.
No worries. Thank you.